Whopper. The time is now.
NUFC Undisputed
with Chris the American Mad and Derek the Mighty Win. NUFC Talk Radio, the voice of the Toon Army.
Hey. Good morning,
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Welcome to NUFC Talk. We are live with another show, and it is 11:04 in the UK, ladies and gents. So welcome one and all. It is a wonderful, wonderful cold morning after a questionable match, you would say, from some fans. I do want to say sorry about the late start. I forgot to reschedule, so it was set for 8:30, and folks were already chatting it up. So I apologize about that, but we're back. 11 a.m. now in the UK, folks. So there you go. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Become a member if you can. Help Super Chat, of course, and enjoy exclusive content. We should be doing a giveaway pretty soon, so we should be doing something like that. If not, become a member, and we'll give away something. Special announcement. Not that, I kind of don't like doing this too much, but I'll be going to the Toon. So let us know if you want to meet up, if you'd be interested in doing something like that. I'll be there for 10 days. So we're having a good time in Newcastle. We're going there for 3 matches: Wolves, PSV, Champions League, and the other one, Aston Villa. So there you go. More than likely, we'll be at the Strawberry as usual. Mighty Win, ain't that right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Having a good time, bantering. So you could be joining us there, but we'll keep you informed, of course. But we want to know if you'd be interested in us having a NUFC Talk annual meeting, I guess. Join us for a pint. Have a good time, a good discussion. So let us know if you'd be interested. We'll definitely be posting it on our forums and our groups and all of that stuff. So you can sign up for it and let us know so we can know how many people we can count on, if you will, for this type of event. So, but either way, Newcastle United drawing yesterday 2-2 in a great game. We're gonna go get to Bruno's passionate reaction that you can also watch on the channel that we upload, and an interesting stat for Newcastle United as well. Shocking, man. Shocking. We'll get to that, but you can call in and have your say, ladies and gents, as well this morning. We're going to be live for 2 hours here, so you can call and have your say. 0191-916-8864. Call us right now. Phone number is on your screen. Have your say. Debate with us. Go against me. Go against Win. Whoever, it doesn't matter. Have your say. Freedom of speech reigns here on NUFC Talk. 0191-916-8864. Mighty Win, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well under the circumstances. 2 points dropped yesterday again. That's 11 points in total that we've dropped.
That's my stat right there from Dominic Skur. That NUFC have conceded.
Well, it's not from Dominic Skur. It's from anybody with half a brain. It's 11 points that we've dropped from winning positions.
Away. So forget Dominic Skur. Dominic Skur actually is giving me this stat. It's a different one. That's also concerning. Newcastle have conceded the most goals after the 90th minute of any side in the Premier League this season, with 5 goals, scoring none ourselves after 90 minutes. That's criminal, man. After the 90th minute, that's the game's over.
And that's giving up 5 points. Goals? So those 5 points would have had us in Champions League in 3rd place. 11 points would have had us joint top on 30 points. Man. Well, hang on. That's 11 points we've dropped from winning positions. Those 11 points would have had us top of the league. That's how close we are to challenging for the title with this squad.
Oh, way, man. You can't possibly look at it that way, man. You know,
why
you
not?
keep on because that's hoping and dreaming. That's irrelevant. That's not what's happening right now. That's the problem.
What I'm saying is it's small margins. Small margins.
Man. It's you deviated from the main topic here, man.
What's the main topic?
We can't hold on to a lead that we don't have.
Well, that's the point I'm
personality.
making.
Yeah, so that's you can hope and dream that we're going to be in Champions League and small margins and all of that, but at the end of the day, that's not what's happening. So what's happening is that we are a weak team, no personality, can't hold on to leads. Doesn't matter who's on the pitch. You have the best wing backs in the world. You can have a center forward. You can have whatever you want with different lineups, different players, different whatever. We have not been able to do that this season so far. And it's alarming because at the end of the day, it always goes back to one person. Unfortunately, that's the man in charge. And I try to deviate.
You can also argue that the man in charge gets us into those winning positions in the first place.
Yeah, and
yeah,
it means nothing if you can't hold on to it.
Absolutely,
it always goes back to that same point. So what, So what are you on about? I mean, it's irrelevant if he gets us to that point. If he doesn't know how to get the team to maintain that. It's irrelevant. All of this is irrelevant, man. So I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I don't know because I switching players here left and right. I'm assuming you keep you say that Wissa is going to fix everything. I don't see that. I don't see that happening at all. I mean, what's Wissa going to do? Nothing.
Wissa's going to hopefully make those 1-goal leads 2-goal leads.
Yeah, but and what guarantees that that's what's gonna get us to not give up leads?
Well, all I'm saying is that we have been in those positions. Yes, for whatever reason, haven't kept the lead. That's blatantly obvious, and that's why we are where we are in the table. But there's also positivity coming from it, which is that we're getting into those positions to lose the lead in the first place against the very same teams that we're conceding against.
I mean,
including Liverpool and Arsenal, where we've lost points in the last couple of minutes. So that's exactly what I'm saying. That we're not that. Yes, we're not there, but we're not that far away.
No, we're very far away. Very far away. That we got quality to score. That's. There's no doubt about that. That we got an excellent center forward. There's no doubt about that. That we got an excellent creator and attacker and scorer in Barnes. There's no doubt about that. Scoring goals is not a problem. The problem is maintaining those leads, and the whole team can't do it. It's just plain and simple. Carl Hope, I agree. Wynn talks about ifs and buts. You keep on going about that, and you can't talk about a positive if you if it was a one-off thing. I would agree with you. I would say don't worry about it. We'll be all right. But it continues, and it's alarming. It's alarming, man. It's alarming. So anything like that, positive and how far all of that's irrelevant, man. Right now we can't do it. All of that's irrelevant. And again, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I keep saying that. I've been saying it now for 2-3 weeks, a month or more. I don't know what the solution is because I'm trying to deviate from the simple solution, which is whack the manager. I'm trying to do the impossible here to not say what's the only left option, to be honest. Because I've said, you talked about the center forward, bringing another center forward. You bring one in, he scores goals, no problem. Barnes is doing his thing. Tonali's on the pitch most of the time. Bruno's on the pitch most of the time. Other than switching Joe Linton, maybe to create more, maybe, but still doesn't happen. Goalkeeper's changed. Chiao is magnificent. I don't think there's an issue with Byrne or Botman, whoever. Shar is gone. The wingbacks are back. Maybe still there needs to be time for them to be acclimated into the team and play, and maybe that's the solution. But I mean, I'm running out of options. I don't know what else. And listen, yesterday I wasn't really going to be bothered about a draw, so it wasn't a big deal, the draw. But once again, you give up a lead twice, so it's the same thing over and over. Thank goodness we didn't lose. And we could have at the end, by the way, because they kept pushing us back and back and back. And that was a managerial decision, man. You put in the Shar in. We just gave up on attacking whatsoever.
Eddie Howe cannot personally stop the individual errors that are costing the goals. Their equaliser, as we've said a million times, went straight past, almost in slow motion, past three players, including my man Dan Byrne. It resulted from the corner in the first place, and it's you cannot blame a manager for one player's individual error.
Yeah, but I can blame the manager.
I mean, what you can say is right. I'm going to punish that player and drop him. So you can make that sort of decision. You can change the personnel.
Yeah, but I don't, you're right. You can't blame the manager on no specific plays, but I can blame the manager on the whole season. So
well,
what you gotta say about that?
So is that what you're saying? Are you saying Eddie Howe?
No, I'm saying I'm trying to do everything possible to not say that, but everything leads around the same culprit. Again, let's give the wingbacks time. Maybe they can save our season.
No, I say let's point fingers where they need pointing to the people that are making the errors.
So, and how simple is that? Because you can't sack them. You can't really do anything about it. So if that's the case, then we can just have then our season is doomed. It's done.
But it's patently not done.
What are you going to do? Blame? Take Hall out now? When last week he was a hero, and he was held as the solution now.
Yes, yesterday, arguably Hall was man of the match. He had a brilliant game, apart from getting skinned a couple of times, and those
So he's clearly not the problem.
Cost were goals.
He's clearly not the problem. Not both the times cost us goal, man. Get out of here, man. He could have done a lot more in the second half, on the second goal, and so could everybody else. But everybody wants to blame Ramsdale. Ramsdale is the last line of defense.
No,
there's other lines in front of
him. I'm on about the.
Yeah, you're on about the first one, but I'm saying he could have done more in the second one. But it's not to make it, a bad game.
I've watched them that many times. Now I'm getting mixed. Which was the
second
goal? It was the second one that followed the punch, wasn't it?
Well, yeah.
Well, but both goals that came from a left wing cross. Well, they're right wing cross, where the winger got the better of Hall and got the ball across.
I'm again.
That was what led to Ramsdale's punch, and to Dan Byrne not kicking the guy in the head. They were both just straight crosses from their right wing. And I've watched them. I've watched. That's why I'm getting them mixed up. I've watched them all a million times, trying to point the finger. And it's just multiple individual errors.
Yeah, but that's
in both
football,
cases.
Man.
But that is football, exactly.
Yeah,
so
you're saying that nobody should be held accountable for anything then in football because it's individual errors or individual. For
a start, one of the reasons that we ended up in that situation was because Eddie decided to put another centre back in.
There you go.
And that resulted in us being completely under the cosh for virtually the whole period, the whole 9-minute period of extra time. Not to mention the couple of minutes that preceded that.
But the problem, Win, is that you putting a center back in doesn't mean automatically that you need to be defensive. It doesn't mean that. It's not. Football is not that black and white. So you don't just put in another striker and all of a sudden you're gonna score another goal. So and
yet that's exactly what happened. And yet that's exactly what happened.
So it can help you assume that it was a decision made. It was a decision made to be defensive. Then that's on the manager, man. Stop finding around.
Well,
you're finding around the bush, man. So if that's the case, that's a mistake. It's a major mistake.
It is a major mistake, aye.
Look, man.
But it's the mistake that everybody's been crying for.
No. Once again, you're wrong, man. Nobody's been crying for that. Why can't you understand that fans just don't want to be wide open in the back? You can attack, but be tactical about it. We didn't attack whatsoever.
No. Then you're relying on the players.
You set back. We set back deliberately.
No, I think what happened was Eddie saw that for 5 minutes we're under the cosh, conceded a goal, and then we got out again. We went back in front, and then we're under the cosh again, and he said, I'm not going to let this happen again. I'm going to stick it. I'm not going to keep on going for another goal. I'm going to sit back, and we've got, at the time, it was, 3 minutes to defend the lead until the 9 minutes extra. And yet again, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest, when the 9 minutes went up, as with the 11 minutes against Liverpool, I'm going, get in, come on, let's get another one. And it went tits up. And that's football for you.
No. Don't give me that nonsense generic answer, that it's football. Something happened, and something has been happening all season. It's not getting fixed. It's not getting fixed, man.
Well,
so again,
specifically, the goals that are, listen, the goals losing from leading positions is actually taken away from the fact that the leads that were had then were scored against Brentford, West Ham, which were scored, extremely early in the game. So then the home team had the whole of the rest of the game to get level, and get the result.
I mean, I think
I am more concerned about the Liverpool winner in extra time. After with Claude, we're back to 2-2. Even though, as I say, I was cheering the 11 minutes when it came up because we were looking for the winner then. And so it's different in that Liverpool's winner in extra time came when they were on the break. No, we were doing all the pressing then, and they were on the break because we didn't go defensive. We kept attacking, And they were on the break, and that was when, well, why didn't he just shut up shop, da-dee-da-dee-da, stick another defender on? I can remember all the comments at the time.
Yeah.
And I was against them then.
But you can win.
And I was against it last night.
You're being a radical, man. You're being a radical. With all due respect, you need to be a radical. You need to go get seen, man. You know, we can't have radicals in proper countries like the UK and like America. Can't have that. You being a radical, man.
What do you mean a radical?
10 men, and you managed to draw the game against Liverpool. That's not the same, man. That's not the same. If you manage to draw the game against Liverpool after losing and you're a man down, yeah, close up shop. All 10 men hanging from the goal. That's what you need and want. It's not the same as yesterday.
So that's exactly what we did last night.
No, but that's not the same. You got 11 men. You're okay. You're fine. You can attack, being smart. If you think you're going to be able to do that with 10 men, why can't you do it with 11? Listen, man. First of all, let's talk about the goals that were scored yesterday. None of them on a counter. So that defensive thing, we were attacking and they got us in the counter. Those goals, the first one, for example, Burn is just looking at Romero. So I'm telling you, I don't know the solution. I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't know the solution anymore. But
that's football.
No, stop with this. It's football, man. Then you're gonna be 15th in the league at the end of the season. I want to hear you talk about it's football, because it isn't. You can lose a game anytime, of course, but this whole season has been a pattern, and there's something that's going on in Newcastle United. I don't care what you say, how you want to sugarcoat it. There's something going on in Newcastle United, and again, I'm doing everything, possibly not being naive and possibly being daft, by not just pointing out what I call out that people should do, which is point out what they see. Maybe I'm not doing that. But everything goes around one person. And maybe I'm skeptical. I don't know why. I don't want to say it. The Mackham game might be my timeline, my deadline, to be honest. Because the scenes, if we lose that game, when you're not paying attention, man. You're not paying attention to the temperature right now. If we lose that game like we've been playing, over there, I'm telling you, there will be fans punch you.
Three of the fans had questions last night. That was there when I would say Eddie and watch your threshold getting beat off the Mackhams. there will be horses being punched that night. I'm telling you, man. You better believe it. And by the way, Wynn is doing this quest, this censored. He's on a censored, edited quest of trying to keep Eddie Howe in no matter what. So he's going around asking the people he selects to say Eddie Howe in, Eddie Howe in. Asking every single person, not the people I select.
So we're going to be posting those videos individually, so stay tuned for those. Going around the Toon interviewing. It might be doing something like that when I go there as well, so doing a couple of blogs. It'd be interesting to do something like that as well.
A much better position then, but Eddie might not be there then.
Well, I don't know, but the first goal is a simple header by what's his name, Romero. It's a low header.
Simple header at all. It's a very
low header,
diving header.
It's not a diving header, man. Get out of here. He literally went down and headed it, and Byrne thought he wasn't going to get to it. I don't know what happened there.
What Byrne thought was it was a poor cross. It was a poor cross. It was coming nowhere near head height. So Byrne is concentrating on defending it with his legs. And then all of a sudden, Romero goes from being alongside him to go and him also seeing that the ball's dropping. And he does brilliantly and says, well, I may be able to get me heat on that, and goes in with his head. And Dan, as Andy said last night, he's about to, because he's anticipating the flight of the ball where he's going to kick, and he sees that if he does kick that, he's going to be kicking Romero in the head. So that's probably something goes through his mind and says, well, two things. First of all, if I kick him in the head, is he going to get a penalty? And secondly, I didn't want to kick somebody in the head.
You ain't got to kick nothing, man. You got to be right. You got to be right next to him. He wasn't right next to him. He was finding around. Right next to him? And no, he wasn't. You got to get close to him. He messed up. When I don't understand, man. So now you're. And I don't understand.
I'm saying he messed up, man. How many? I'm
so
not absolving Dan Burns.
So stop excusing him. You're saying he's at fault, but then excusing him at the same time. So you say that it's not Eddie Howe.
What's the matter with doing that? I'm blaming Dan Burns for the goal.
That means that. There you go, blame him. But don't say, but he wasn't next to him. So then you're excusing him at the same time. What's the point?
But blaming him if you're going to... Because you're saying he wasn't next to him. I'm saying he was next to him. Exactly where he should have been.
He should have been doing more.
Romero read the flight of the ball better than Dan Burn did. That's why Dan Burn is to blame.
The problem is that Gavin Fuller is right. If Butman was that player, you wouldn't be saying, yeah, but he was doing this, he was doing that.
I'm not making excuses. I've just said Burn was to blame.
But then you come up with 5 excuses of why he did what he could, all he could have done, and that's
and it wasn't enough. Speaking out of both sides. He was to blame.
Yeah. No, he should have done more. He should have done more. Plain simple, because you can't say again.
Right. Okay. He should have done more. It's Dan Burns' fault, right?
There you go. That's it. There you go. Don't come up with any he could. That's all he could have done because of this, because of that. That's it. It was his fault, plain and simple.
But how many times can I say that?
No. Because everybody sees it, man. Everybody sees how you're trying to sugarcoat around it, and it's pointless. The penalty that people are going crazy about on social media and everyone, even Rio Ferdinand coming out and saying that, let me see here. Rio Ferdinand came out and said, disgraceful decision to reward Newcastle penalty. Whoever is controlling VAR should be ashamed. Plus, the referee then reviews and should be also well done, Newcastle. So Rio Ferdinand, by that, he can have that opinion, but then he puts period, well done, Newcastle, is in a very, antagonizing, putting irony there, saying, well done, you got what you wanted, VAR, blah, 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 more or less, is shameful for Rio Ferdinand, who should be a pundit and was one of the greatest defenders of all time, but a numpty in this particular case, because Newcastle didn't do anything, man. Newcastle didn't do anything. They got awarded a penalty. Whether it's a good or bad decision, what are they gonna say? What is Gordon supposed to do? No, I'm going to kick it out because I'm going to be, I want to win the Fair Play Award, a FIFA Fair Play Award. Are you stupid? What's the matter with you? Second of all, it was a penalty, in my opinion, because he's clearly being held. He's clearly being held. And if you're being held, then it's a penalty. He impeded, he stopped them from getting to where he wanted to be. You can't do that. You cannot do that. I don't understand what the outrage is.
I watched numerous, comments and various stuff last night after the match. And they were all saying, if that's a penalty, there should be penalties given at every single corner. I agree. There should, and then it would stop. There should be. Those incidents should be penalised every game, and then it would stop. Plain and simple. Mm-hmm. It was a penalty all day long. If that happens anywhere else on the pitch, it's a penalty.
This is the situation here. So basically, and that's Burn, obviously. Actually, just having your arms on them doesn't make it a penalty. But the fact is that Burn is trying to push, trying to go.
Never mind his left arm. Look at his right. You can just see his right hand sticking out.
Well, listen. Again, the glove on it. Just putting your arms around doesn't make it's a penalty. However, the fact that he is now going to try to impede him from going forward like that, right there. Look at Burns' body. I mean, he's literally being held.
He's now turned around and faced him like that and pulls him over.
Yeah, and it's clear and evident. I mean, right there, right. I mean,
look at that. He's 2 hands on his shoulders. You can see the glove make it even more clear.
That's a penalty, none. We got a caller, ladies and gents. First caller of the day. Hello, mate. What's your name?
PDK.
PDK, ladies and gents.
Hey.
PDK in the house. How's it going, bunny lad? You all right?
Yeah. Sound yourselves.
Oh, we're doing pro, man. We're doing pro.
Our health is
Well,
not
I
in
mean,
question.
Well,
We are knackered.
we are still knackered, though. We're still knackered, man. Cause what do you think, man? First time you calling this. What do you think about the game? By the way, folks, line yourself up to call us. Give us a call 0191 916 8864. PDK, mate. We're knackered, aren't we?
No, we're not knackered.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a happy clapper. Yeah, I forgot about that. Go on.
No.
PDK is not a happy
no,
clapper.
I'm not a happy clapper. I'm not a how in. I'm not a how out. I'm a how for now.
That's right, man. That's me right there. So we're the same page.
That's me right there as well.
Yeah. What?
No, you know.
You've just been talking about the penalty there. Rio Ferdinand saying it's not a penalty.
Yep.
If you watch that again, Bentancur is the only player on the
This
pitch
call is
that
now
is
being
not
recorded.
at the ball.
What was that, mate? I don't know I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But I'm saying, if you look at that video bit that you just thinking of the pen there,
Yeah.
Bentancur is the only person that's not looking at the ball.
Yeah. No, he's holding them.
He's blatantly got a hold of Burn, forcing him down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just Burn's too big, too strong. That's the only reason why it doesn't. look
Until
like
he
a
uses
penalty.
both hands and his full body weight to pull him over.
He does, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
As for team we're knackered, I mean, come on. And you're trying to hang this poor guy from the gallows, you know what I mean?
but you know, if you're not Eddie Howe in or out, that means you use your brain, which is good. I like those fans. So I mean, something's going on, man. It's not just a bad game or we just gave up a lead, and it's criminal the amount of points we've given up after the 90th minute. And this whole season we're giving up leads. So something is going on, man. You know, I'm not crazy.
I mean, come on, you've got to think about it, right? They scored an equalising goal in the 95th minute of 99 minutes. I mean, how often is that going to happen against us? Not very. Do you know what I mean?
Too often.
What's happened, man? We giving up 5 goals after the 90th minute. That's.
Do you honestly think Ramsdale? I mean, Pope wouldn't have gotten to the header or that other goal.
He would have probably done the same. Just punch it.
I don't think so.
By the way,
if you watch the replay, if you watch the replay of the header from behind the goal, he's at least a half a foot away from actually getting to the ball. Now, Pope's at least 3 foot taller than Ramsdale. So I think Pope would have gotten to that.
Yeah, but how come Pope has been doing that nonstop and people criticize him for punching instead of grabbing the ball all the
Well, I
time?
was going to
So, I
say,
mean,
I
it's not
think
like,
Pope would have punched it just the same.
Everyone criticizes Pope. Everyone criticizes Pope for his kicking and for punching the ball out on corners and stuff like that. No one has ever criticized Pope for saving the ball with his hands. Because
That's the only difference there, I think. I think you've
He
got a
always
point there,
punches them,
PDK, because I think whilst Pope might have made that very same punch, he would have saved the resultant overhead kick.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, but I mean, how about it's easy. That ball, man, was as slow as it could possibly be, hopping around. 4 players, 3 players at least could have done something.
He's hyper. When you're watching him from behind the goal. I
Doing anything.
But so were people saying this before they were calling for Pope to get out though, and Ramsdale to come in? First of all, he's injured.
A lot of people wanted to try Ramsdale out for his kicking. It wasn't for his ability of saving the ball. That's what a keeper's meant to do. It was just for his kicking. That's it. Pope is 100% a much better goalkeeper than Ramsdale.
Listen,
Ramsdale kicked the ball.
But the fact, PDK, the fact of the matter is, Pope has given up 9 points for Newcastle United in the Premier League only. That's probably not even counting the Marseille game. So if you think about it, then that would be how. So I mean, and plus he's clearly Eddie Howe didn't have the cojones to take Pope out. It was injury, so he'll probably come back in when he's ready. But it might be a long time though. According to reports, that it could be until, I mean, a lot of games, like 5 games or so.
Well, it's going to probably be January, and then that gives you time to get another goalie.
Again, but what does it say, though, about fans, man? The one game, and now all of a sudden they want Ramsdale out. You know, Walter Mata was a hero 2 days ago. Now he's... now he doesn't score sitters.
Hang on.
This nonsense needs to stop, man. Don't you understand that with whoever we got on the pitch, it's not working?
Right, okay. I'm blaming Ramsdale for that goal, right? Who said I want Ramsdale out? I've never said that.
But why don't you blame? Why don't you blame? Well, why don't we blame? Literally, this ball was going minus 200 miles per hour. Minus 200 miles per hour. Chow. I was corrected yesterday by Win. I'm going to appeal of his German, which again, relying on Win is not. It doesn't say much. But De Kaiser, the greatest center back we've seen in the last 20 years, after Van Dijk, Malik Chow, got nutmegged on a ball that was going minus 200 miles per hour. Minus 200 miles. So, come on, man. You know what I mean? A lot of players were involved in that.
Come on. It gets me mad all the time when I hear this, right? If you watch the replays again of that goal, right, of that overhead kick, I know it was going 3 miles an hour, right? But Shaw was in front of Chow, and Byrne was in front of Chow. They were all in the line. Byrne missed it because he thought...
Byrne was the last man.
Because he thought Shaw had it. Chow missed it because he thought Shaw and Byrne would have gotten it.
So that's...
then Ramsdale missed it because he thought one of them 3 would have gotten it.
That's a fault. That's a fault on all of them. And to be honest, that ball is as slow as it was, man. It caught everybody by surprise. And... it just got through. It just got through, man. I mean,
again, it was Romero. Listen, Romero having the bottle to go down and put his head where it was going to hurt for the first goal, and then and then for having the wit and the nous to even try that overhead kick was just brilliant play.
Hey.
Again,
brilliant play and individual errors. That's what football's about.
Yeah, but you can't blame that on the season, man.
Romero's second goal, he was actually pulled down in the 6-yard box, and he was the only one that got up, ran towards the ball, and overhead kicked it. So he wanted it more than anyone else in the 18-yard box. So you've got to give plaudits to him for that.
Exactly.
Listen,
and that's not to exonerate all of the 3 defenders or Ramsdale. It's simply saying that's football.
Yesterday, I didn't want to blame anybody, man.
You asked the question yesterday to your callers, right? You asked the question, what did Eddie Howe do wrong?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, he got the lineup wrong. He should have went strong.
Why?
He should have played Bruno and he should have played Gordon. Barnes played against
man.
2 days ago.
Barnes was excellent, man.
Barnes was
I know he played against everybody. He could have been excellent against Burnley at the weekend.
Well, he's gonna play. We got like 5 days, man. So he's gonna be rested. I think
that's what I'm saying. Oh, Chris, he played 3 days ago. Do you know what I mean? Talking about rotation. As soon as Bruno come on, the game totally changed for us. Totally and utterly.
It sure did. Yeah. I agree with that. You know what I
mean? Gordon comes on straight away. He's straight at Pedro Porro on the right left hand side. Cuts in into the box. We get a penalty for him. Do you know what I mean? 2 substitutions made the difference.
Yeah.
But I argue that them 2 substitutions should have been the other way around. It should have been Miley coming on and Barnes coming on. Gordon and Bruno should have started with them being rested against Everton. What's the point in resting them against Everton if you're going to play Barnes and Miley in a full game again?
Well, those could be a different discussion. But I
was going to say, did you not think Miley had a great game yesterday?
He did have a good game. Yes, he did.
I thought he was
the only one. He was the only one at 90 minutes that had the nous in his head to run into the corner with the ball and waste time. He was the only one.
Yeah.
As soon as he went off, that was it. We had no control whatsoever of a player doing that. I mean, for being so young and he's the only person doing that, that shows his mantle. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you.
I think he's a class player.
Let me ask you this before we let you go. Does the Mackham game matter to you? And what is your threshold for you to say it's not working, man? It's not working.
Right. So I don't know if you know this, but I live in South Shields, which is 50-50.
Oh, it proves
it. Sound dancer.
Oh, well, you gotta move, man. So that's why I didn't ask you, man. South Shields. So is it half and half? I mean,
the derby means more to me than any other game. It's the first game I look at this season on the fixtures.
Great.
If we lose that,
one nugget.
And everything that's leaded up to it this season, I'm sorry, like Eddie, but you're not the guy.
We are nugget.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Wynn was trying to play it off. You know, he was like, "It's not important. You know, it doesn't matter." Blah blah. I mean,
it's not important. Win.
Yeah. When you better believe it's important. You better believe, man. And listen, you're talking to a guy that's played down this fixture, not this fixture specifically, but even when we, like just regularly when they were in the championship, and Wynn wanted to bring up the Mackhams. I would never even be paying attention to them. But the fact of the matter is, now that they're in the Premier League, it's a different thing. It's about you and I and who's the big dog in the park, and you cannot take that, especially playing like this. You know what I mean? You get a lucky goal, that's going to be devastating, or if they get a lucky goal here and there. But if we play like we did West Ham, Brentford, or giving up leads like yesterday, or like Arsenal, I'm telling you, man, it will be the scenes. You will need horses, German shepherds, all over the Toon, man, because it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, man.
No, so not needing them all over the Toon because it's at the stadium.
Well, it's a stadium a lot. Yeah, that's right.
This is the biggest game of the season. There's 2 massive games this season.
Well, I wouldn't go that far though. We got Champions League going.
One at home.
We got Champions League going on though. That's much more
spoken
important.
Like a true sand dancer.
There you go.
What?
Hey,
there's nothing wrong with dancing on the sand.
There
I think it's in the news.
Hey man, so I'm going in mid-January. So you gonna come see me?
I'll come and see you, Chris. See you.
Come on, man. You know what I mean?
I loved your content last January, actually, like when you went in the town. I watched all your content off then.
I'm planning on doing more, man. Like I'm doing more blogs. Like, the American Mad got into the Toon, eating the proper fish and chips from the Grandeur Market. You know what I mean?
Listen. Don't you listen to Wynn about food.
Exactly. What's the best steaks
I
can get in Newcastle, man?
If you want an Indian, you've got the South Shields Mail, which has got some of the best Indians.
PDK, what's the best proper steak in Newcastle, man? Where do I go to?
I don't need to go to Newcastle for steaks and stuff like that for food. Me, I've got South Shields. So
Well,
I mean, I've got all the food I need. But fish and chips, yeah.
But you know, but you get
I don't know.
So stop.
Get yourself into Rio with the boys, with the Brazilian boys.
That's right, man. But what about South Shields then? You know, where can I go for some steak?
Not steak, right? But Coleman's fish and chips. Best in the country.
In the country.
Country.
Damn, man, that's a lot. Speaking of, hey, we're also going to go to Scotland. So you recommend the balloon thing?
The haggis.
Yeah.
Great. No. Great, no.
Here we go, man.
No.
When? You're trying to poison me, man. This guy is telling me no.
It's lovely haggis, man.
Stomach.
Haggis and nips.
Nah. Chris, stay well away from that.
What's going to happen if I eat it?
You'd be ill.
Can you not get a haggis slice at Coleman's, like? I'm sure you can.
Well, not good.
Haggis is horrible. Haggis is rank.
Man, unbelievable. PDK, man, we'll stay in touch, all right? Thank you for calling, buddy.
Yeah, no bother, lads.
Cheers, mate.
Catch you later, PDK.
Later, boys. Later.
That was PDK there recommended. Win, you knackering me, man. What's happening, man? Why are you trying to get me to eat stuff?
Was I in with a super chat there? It came in just before PDK called, so it's taking it this long when we're talking about the penalty. And was I saying wrestled to the ground like a judo sumo move? Exactly.
Mm-hmm. There you go. We got another caller though on the line, ladies and gents. What's your name? Hello. How are you? Good morning. Was I in the
Was
hood?
I? Oh, just put your
save your number,
chat
man.
up.
I'll just put your super chat, man. Was I? You recommend haggis?
Haggis, not a massive fan. It depends. There's so many different ones. It's all to do with the seasoning, mate. Because it's all just gunk. It's just a mixture of oats and barley and all the offal. And
that's unbelievable.
It's just whatever you put into taste.
Unbelievable.
But you can always try it just to see you've had it.
I don't want to be sick. That's the problem. But
well, you never know unless you try it.
There you go. There you go.
Eat shite, a million flies can't be wrong.
Warren, what do you think, man? It's what's the culprit, man? Because we keep finding around the answer, man. And listen, I'm participating in that too. I don't want to say it. I really don't. As much as people think I do, I don't want to say it. But every time I do the math, I do the formula. I get on the drawing board. I do the A+ with 3 exponent, whatever it's called. I'm just making crap up. Slash
Correct.
Here divided by this, multiply here. Times 20 divided by 50. It always brings me back to one person, man, and I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
So why do you not want to say it?
Because it's a very.
Don't want to say what?
It's a very. He's talking
what
about.
About?
It's Eddie Howe out basically. It's very.
Yeah, well, I must admit, I'm a little bit on the fence at the minute. Like.
Well, listen, because it's second
I hate
manager.
to say it, but it's starting to, get to me.
We're all on the fence, man.
No. But you finding around it, I'm just.
There's going to be an onset of it, and unfortunately, it's a results game, and
results exactly.
We're not getting them. So what does that tell you? Without actually going into too much depth, it's going to come down on him shortly if he doesn't get it sorted. I'd have faith in him doing so, but I am starting to falter with some of the ideas he's got. I mean, taking a midfielder off like Miley and putting a defender on was like, that's a defeatist look at things. We were on top of the game, The fact that he put forwards on, we had the impetus still, so we're basically putting the defender on. Means we're going to sit back and see what happens. That's wrong in my opinion. So as far as
to be fair though,
I was a bit sorry.
I'm saying to be fair, that's not strictly what happened. What happened was he hadn't made those changes when they equalised. Bear in mind we got the penalty in the 86th minute, so we were still attacking then, right? But he'd seen us without having an extra defender. He'd seen us concede their original equaliser. So when we went ahead in the 86th minute, he said, right, well, I'm not going to risk them equalising again. And by the way, at that time, they were doing most of the pressing because Frank put his subs on. And they were outnumbering us.
That's the thing. You're inviting them to see the game out. Was that a good move or not? Obviously, it wasn't.
2020
hindsight says it wasn't.
Again. But it's another decision that goes against them. You see that's all these things start to mount up though, and that's the thing. You seem to forget that he's making, whether it's his fault or not, you know what I mean? Because games can change, top of a hat, you know. But it's the results, and we're not getting them, and it was very, very disappointing that we didn't get that result last night.
Clearly,
because that and Burnley, we could have been back up there and all's forgiven and back on track.
Well, clearly, it will reflect on the score, but to me, it's not really even about the score. It's just that it's just we giving up leads clearly affects the result, so they go hand in hand. But we're giving up leads too often, and again, man, I don't. We switch players all the time. We got the wing backs now. Win says that's all we needed. It's still not enough. So proven yesterday, we're still giving up leads. So listen, I'm beating around the bush, man, but I'm short of answers. And again, it just happened that the Mackham game is in 3 games now. You know why I'm a proper happy clapper though. I'm a proper happy clapper because I actually worry about Eddie, not like Win and I think you as well and Gary Mon and all them.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
No, because you guys don't worry about Eddie Howe. You guys are just knackered and trying to go against me and other people. But I worry for Eddie. I worry about Newcastle more, obviously. But I worry for Eddie because, you give up a lead. Spurs again. You got Burnley. That's a must-win if there is one. But then you got Chelsea. You got Chelsea. It's not going to be an easy game to get points. Then you got the Mackhams.
But
with everything that entails.
The ship, you know what I mean? It all falls on his head, unfortunately.
But that's what I'm saying.
You've got the captain of the ship and everybody's against him and starting to pick up on all these mistakes, then you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. You know what I mean? History tells you that.
Listen,
it doesn't matter how good he's done in the past.
That's right.
It's what's happening on the now, and you know what I mean.
I think sacking a manager
absolutely
is
right, which is what I said.
I think sacking a manager is an extreme decision, so I don't take that lightly. So that's why when it goes around as Eddie in, Eddie out.
It can be done in our time, though.
Well,
it doesn't have to be like we'll sack him now. It could be done in the club's time, where they say, right, okay, Eddie, you know what I mean, about time. You know what I mean? Got rid of you. It's going to be you've got the end of the season, and then obviously we're looking for another manager. So
it's not an easy decision. So it's man. And I won't be. I'm not going to be smiling about it if it happens. Some people might, but I think it's a devastating decision. So I don't know. But the Mackham game, I'm telling you, man, that might listen. If we lose against Burnley at home, oh man, I don't know. We are knackered. I mean, but I mean, we are counting on that game. You know,
yeah, but it's expectancy as well. We expected to win last night. We expected to win.
Yeah, but not like against Burnley, though.
Right?
Against
so
Burnley.
Obviously, any adverse result is going to make it twice as bad, isn't it? You know, because we need them points.
Yeah.
So it emphasises even more. So I feel sorry for it in one way, but you know, what can you do? Another manager's not the answer because that's just going to throw everything up in the air again.
It's good.
To see the season out, see what we can get, and then start all over again. And if Eddie's, hasn't showed any sort of, improvements, unfortunately, my new guy has to come in.
Nails in there reminding me, if we are not within Champions League, touching distance of the Champions League at Christmas, not at Christmas, I said after the Christmas fixtures, Winners said he should go, so no flip-flopping now. I ain't flip-flopping now.
Well,
it's all about
only
results, and if we're not within touching distance of the Champions League after the Christmas fixtures, Eddie out. I've said it a million times. I've been saying it for years.
You cannot pick up on what people have said because people's opinions change, and games change things. So you can say you said that, you are wrong, but really, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Well, it's only like one fixture after Christmas, so before Christmas you'll know if it's possible or not. The Mackham game, man. I'm telling you, man, the Mackham game. By the way, we're going to try to have a special week.
It's going to be a massive.
We're trying to have a special week for the Derby. Bringing memories and talking about building up for the whole week for the Derby. It's that massive.
Yeah. Well, I talk to my uncle about it all the time because he's a Mackham. My stepdad was a Mackham. So I used to have the radio on, you know what I mean, on one station on a Saturday. My dad had the other one on, and it was like, you know what I mean, we'll give him V's up the side here.
It's crazy,
just going that, like.
Yeah, man, it's knacker. Warren, appreciate you calling, mate. Thank you very much, and we'll get gunning, man. We'll,
how I can do that help to, build the morale. Gotta keep it.
Morale's doomed, man. Morale's doomed. But what can we do? There's nothing we can do. A lot
better than it was 4 years ago, though, chap.
Here we go. That's the same nonsense. You keep trying to go to.
True, though. It's true.
Man, it's true, but that doesn't make it any better.
We're
living the dream, man. We're living the dream still. You know what I mean? All these things are going up and down, and there's always going to be a problem in Newcastle. There's always going to be. It's like all or nothing, Newcastle. That's the way it is.
All right, man. Cheers, man. Thank you for calling, bud.
See you,
all right, see you there, boys.
Ta-da, man.
That was Warren there. Call us now, folks. Have your say. 0191-916-8864. Mr. Warren Denny was calling. PDK calls as well. Give us a call and give us a shout on what you think is going on.
Tony T in the NUFC is asking Niall, did win say by the Christmas? I said when the Christmas fixtures are finished.
MC Jono says MCJ Honor one. MC, is he trying to get me there? I don't know. MC, we're not so far off, but we aren't there yet. Let's remember that we finished 5th with a team lacking depth. Says
absolutely.
MC.
This squad should do better than last season.
Of course, that's why the standards are Champions League every time. Chris Richardson, sorry, Wayne, that is total crap. If a team is playing on the halfway line, the errors lead to less problems, but having us sit on the edge of our box is what cost us, which is on the manager, says Chris Richardson. Queen of Hearts.
Except that the reason we were doing that was because in the midfield we were giving the ball away.
Well, there you go. You are listening to NUFC Talk, folks.
You are listening to
NUFC Talk Radio,
the voice of the Toon Army. Live daily on the website, on YouTube, and on every online radio directory.
NUFC Talk,
the voice of the Toon Army.
You
are listening to
NUFC Talk Radio.
The voice of the Toon Army. I don't know what happened there. Double clicking. What's the weather in the Toon before we continue with the messages?
It's nice. It's a brisk winter morning this morning.
Brisk.
Nice and sunny, but freezing cold.
I get it. So don't stop saying nice, man. When it's freezing, it's not nice. The two don't correlate. Before we continue with the comments, we got another caller on the line, ladies and gents. How are you, friend? What's your name?
It's Mark from Blyth.
Mark from Blyth, ladies and gents. He is in the house. He is the postman delivering facts. There you go. So a little bit of background noise there, mate. But how are you? What's your takes? What's the weather over there in Blyth?
It's quite sunny today. It's quite nice.
But is it cold or is it cold? Yes or no, man?
No, it's not cold. It's just in between.
There you go. So okay, I'm gonna buy that. It's nice then. I'll give you that. But when trying to talk about it's freezing and say it's nice, come on, man. Those two don't correlate. But we're knackered, man. Well, a critical thinker from Blyth. We need those fans, and I hear myself, by the way. If you want to turn the volume down a bit from your TV or radio, wherever. What do you make about the game, man? What do you think?
My take on the game was there was a lot of individual mistakes by players, and I think Ramsdale for sure could have done a lot better with both the goals, to be honest. 2 shots, conceded 2 goals. And when you have a look at his stats, that's one of his weaknesses. He doesn't save goals what the stats say he should. And Dan Burn as well, he constantly put him under pressure by misplaced passes going back to the opposition when we're on the attack, which actually led to the first goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think I think Burn now, if you watch him, he's getting targeted because as soon as he gets the ball and it takes a couple of seconds to control it, then he hits it off to Lewis Hall every time, and Lewis Hall's immediately getting pressed as soon as Dan Burn gets the ball.
Well, he made a mistake yesterday, to say the least, on the first goal. Wynn tried to sugarcoat it, but it was a mistake. But again, man, what's going to be what's the solution? I mean, take Burn out, you put Botman in, and he made mistakes too.
I think defenders don't have to do as much work as like midfielders and wingers and attackers and stuff like that. So essentially, they can play every game.
Yeah.
But you might be getting a bit of mental fatigue where you just might need to come out for a few games, get his head right, and come back in. But Shaw in the Man City game, I thought he was really good. It's a bit unfair that he lost his place, to be honest.
Yeah, but Shaw, I mean, there's only one place right now, man, to play. It's only one place right now because Chiao's got the other one locked down. So he can Shaw, Botman, and Burn fighting for one spot. Listen, I don't see that being the problem, to be fair, but
there is a major flaw what's been going on this season as well, which we never used to do. Every time we seem to go 1-0 up, we go to sit in rather than like keep the intensity up and keep the press up, like defending from the front, like what we used to do. We just like go and sit in, and we just invite a load of pressure.
But whose fault is that?
When I look at Howe on the touchline, he's telling the players to like get forward. So I don't know. I don't know if the players like going how I will sit back in, and
then that would mean because that's a possibility, right? That Eddie Howe is telling them to do something and they're not doing it, and it's because it's happening the whole season. Then that can mean that the player's not listening to him. So either way, it goes back to the same point all the time, man. Like, if the players they're not bothered with him, then he's lost the dressing room. It all leads back. It all leads back, man. I don't know. To be honest, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what the solution is. I'm knackered trying to analyze Newcastle United. So it's crazy, isn't it? Like the way that we're playing, like this high press thing, it's not really sustainable in the long
the long term, is it? The amount of like work what you've got to put in to do that the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you guys say something to the postman, man, because he's knackering you right now.
I've got some. I'll send you this. Shove it up.
No, you don't have to send me. You're on your wind share. There you go. It's on the screen.
Well, that's Dan Burns' pass map from the match yesterday, and you're saying him giving the ball away cost us the goals. Which one of those red passes cost us the goals?
There was a few times when he hit the ball like through the centre and it got intercepted. And
one ball
on the back foot. Then there was a time when we had them pinned in, and it went to Burn, and he passed to their team, and they came on a counter attack, and that was when led to a goal.
Well, like I say, he misplaced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 passes. One was a shot. And those 7 passes, the highest, the lowest up the pitch was on it was intercepted literally on the centre, almost on the centre circle.
Yeah, but Dan Burn was at fault for the goal as well.
He was at fault for not sticking his leg out and stopping it and blocking it, absolutely.
Yeah, he wasn't goal side.
Well, no, he was goal side. Are you on about the Romero goal? The headed goal?
Yeah. He let Romero off.
Listen. He should have kicked him in the head.
No, he should have
done a lot better with that.
He shouldn't have kicked him in the head though. But he should have done much better. We had a super chat here from Warren. We need PIF to produce players in the science lab. Don't know if that's feasible. But Margaret, man, we see.
Well, it's not. This isn't all on Dan Burn either. Murphy was absolutely dreadful.
Murphy, well, that's a good shout. Nobody's talked about him. So
yeah, Murphy was absolutely dreadful. He was every decision was the wrong one he was making.
Yeah. It's knackering, man. Trying to analyze this, but Marco, appreciate it very much indeed, man, for calling us. It's a bit windy over there, so. But call us again, man. Let us know your thoughts. And again, what was your threshold? Again? What was your timeline for Eddie Howe?
The original threshold was if we got beat off Sunderland, but then I thought about if we sacked Eddie, like who were going to get in to replace him. We could do another Tottenham where they're just getting managers in all the time and going down that cycle.
And that's my issue, yeah.
Yeah, well, but hang on. I always say that you shouldn't make a decision not to sack an incompetent manager because of what's available to replace him. That shouldn't be part of the thinking. If you've decided he's not good enough, then he's got to go, regardless of who you're going to replace him with.
Yeah, but other teams tell you that it's not so easy replacing managers.
No, well, I know it's not.
It's not easy at all. Man United's been doing it for 10 years.
Exactly.
With,
I agree.
Trying to replace Alex Ferguson.
I agree with that 100%, man. You got to have some type of a backup plan. You can't just go out there and do it.
Arsenal haven't done that. They've stuck through thick and thin. Some would argue far too long with Arteta, but look now,
far too long.
But that's 7 years and £1 billion.
We ain't got 7 years, man. We don't.
Our history even tells you that as well. When we had Kevin Keegan, we went downhill for years until Robson came in. Then after Robson went, the same thing happened again.
Exactly.
There you go. Cheers, Mark. Appreciate you for calling us, mate.
As I said, you'll be back. The
postman
always calls twice.
There you go. He'll be back. There you go. Let's go. More comments here. People
calls twice.
People having their say. Queen of Hearts. If a manager's strategies for each game and makes changes for such games, then who's responsible for? If Howe runs out of ideas, it's okay for Howe to be out of ideas. Well,
no, it's not. No, it's not. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Meals Beast, squad can play 2 games a week. How is bringing on Shar an error? We're up 2-1, and it was around the 85th minute. How's damned if he does, or damned if he doesn't? And again, I don't even see Shar coming in that is an error. You know, football is not 1 + 1 2. It isn't. You bring in a defender doesn't mean that you're defensive now all of a sudden. That you mean you're bringing in another player that could play the defensive role, but it doesn't mean that you need to sit back, as Mark was saying, at the edge of your, or not Mark, Gavin Fuller maybe, at the edge of your box, or Chris Richardson, I think it was. You know, that doesn't mean that. It's you don't have to do that. You don't have to be that way. So I don't think bringing in Shar is a mistake. I think that if Eddie Howe told him sit back and protect the goal, I think that might be a mistake because it's too dangerous. But you know, that's me. Meal Beast was saying that. But what do you think about him saying we just can't play two games a week?
Well, I disagree.
Well,
if Eddie proves to be a manager who can't win 2 games a week, then again we've got to get a manager who can.
But factually, you can't disagree because it's happened. So,
well, no, because we've won 2 games a week.
What are you on about, man? We play one good game. You keep on going about the result. You understand that? We play good 1 week. 1 game, the next game we play bad, the next game we play good, the next game we play bad. We're not good, man. That's one of the
when everybody was talking nonsense, and I brought them up after the Milan. This is all last season. After the Milan game, we won away 8-0 at Sheffield United. After the PSG game, we drew 2-2.
That was not last season, man. That was 2 seasons ago.
Right? This season, Barca away, we drew 0-0 at Bournemouth. USG,
exactly. Bad game.
USG,
bad
Forest were beat. Benfica,
Forest were barely beat.
Fulham were beat.
Barely beat.
And after Bilbao, we lost at Brentford after taking the lead.
Again, inconsistent. Just because you win doesn't mean that you play amazing. You were inconsistent. If you want to analyze the season, we've been so inconsistent. Come on, man. Anyway, Darren Lee feel yesterday we needed a different type of striker on like Wissa, and it wasn't working with Walter Matter. He got an assist, so I guess it was working fine. But I listen. If it's true that we can't play 2 games a week, then I don't know, man.
Boy, straight back at you.
Hold on. Who?
Darren.
What did happen? Last night, Walter Matter wasn't great with touches on the ball. Poor. How many times did he go down or trying to showboat losing the ball last night? Barnes wasn't great, but this was an awful Spurs team. Dr. Abuesa says the tactics. Oh wait, man. The tactics can contribute to player making mistakes. We need to question Eddie about how they are working on maintaining the leads. What interventions has he made to stop the repeated mistakes? Yeah. Wayne doesn't want to answer that. Chris is right. We set back deliberately. It seems that way, and that's somebody's decision. Tony, when not learning his lesson, we keep conceding in extra time, and he sees 9 minutes and says, "Get in." There you go. So
that's absolutely right.
Epic NUFC. Every time we score, Eddie has sit us back and try to grind out the result. You can grind out a result on a few minutes, man, but you can't do that over a long period of time because you're gonna. Again, he didn't know 9 minutes.
Do it for 5 minutes last night.
No, it wasn't 5 minutes, man. Shark came in what? What
came in after they scored? After we scored, 86 minutes.
Yeah, after we scored. So 86 minutes.
So he tried to defend the lead. You say you can't defend the lead. But he tried to defend. He put an extra defender on to try and defend the lead for 5 minutes. Okay, that ended up being 9 minutes extra
exactly.
time.
It extra being 15 minutes. So that's a lot. That's a lot on a team that's already pushing you back. Now, granted, he wouldn't have known that that they would have given 9 minutes, but maybe you should have made that sub at the 90th minute to kill time, and you know what you're dealing with as far as extra time. Again, man, these are tactical managerial decisions.
Hang on, man. Hang on.
These are tactical managerial decisions, man.
They scored in the 90th minute.
And
then the 95th minute.
What? Are you saying?
Sorry, we scored in the 86th, and they scored 90 plus 5. So when he made me, when did he put Shea on?
We scored in the 86
91
minutes.
or something.
First of all, we scored in the 71st.
Yeah.
So
then they equalised, and we scored in the 86th.
Fabian Schär comes in the 93rd minute, man.
93rd. So we'd already done the 90, and he'd seen the 9 minutes board go up. So then he says, "Right, we've got 6 minutes to go."
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not trying to defend the lead for a long time. He's trying to defend the lead for 6 minutes.
There you go. I agree with that. I agree with that now. I agree with that. No, and you had all the facts wrong, by the way. So we had to check them again. 93rd minute is when Schär comes in, not in the 86th. So none of that again. And it's not a Schär's fault or anything. So it's that ball, man, was a numpty ball. They should never score that. I should have never scored that. Starting with Lewis Hall, should have just.
And what I'm saying is that's not Eddie's fault. The fact that players make individual mistakes,
the whole season is you can attribute to Eddie. That's the problem.
You can then go and analyze those individual goals that you're talking about.
But you can't, and then you're going to say individual errors.
If you look at what do they call the young kid at Liverpool, his goal. How many individual mistakes were involved in that?
That was clearly a tactical Eddie Howe's fault. Clearly, when they're 10 men and we're up front, all 10 men up front, and only one at the back with Chow.
And Nelly getting the winner.
No, but that's irrelevant win.
Small margins.
Small margins, nothing. The small margins is going to cost you a whole season, and that's the problem that you don't want to see. That's the problem you don't want to see.
That could have been 3 points instead of 0 points.
It could have been a 1 point guaranteed, but you didn't. You find it around.
Well, it wouldn't have been guaranteed, would it? As we saw yesterday. Even if he went super defensive, you could still have individual mistakes that cost you goals.
He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that.
Which shouldn't he have done? Which shouldn't he have done? You're saying he shouldn't have attacked like he did against Liverpool, and you're saying he shouldn't defend like he did against Arsenal. And
because you in your radical mind, Spurs. You think that there's one way or the highway, and that's not football, man. You can have both ways. You can be smart attacking without putting yourself wide open at the back. You can do it
providing you've got players who are executing. Providing you've got players who are not making individual mistakes. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can do that. But again, if it's up to you, then it's just player mistakes.
He's doing everything in his power to enable the players on the pitch to do what he wants them to do, which in that case is keep a clean sheet. So he's doing everything in his power by giving them more defenders, and it patently didn't work.
Yeah. So whose fault is that?
Because they made mistakes.
If we continue like this, then okay, that's football. Perfect. So let me get your point then. Straight answer. So if we continue like this, where players keep making mistakes every game, like we have in all season, giving up leads every game. So what's going to happen at the end then?
Eddie Howe's going to go.
Why?
Because he's obviously buying the wrong players.
Wow. All right. No problem. That's fine. That's again. You keep moving the goalposts, and it's.
How am I moving the goalpost?
Yeah, that's
football
fine,
is all about results.
Yeah.
And if Eddie can't get them anymore, thank you for what you've done. We'll try and find somebody who can get them.
So even that's the thing though. Win is putting out the narrative that even when Eddie Howe gets sacked, he's still gonna believe it's a martyr, it's a hero. He unfortunately the players let him down, but we're gonna sack him anyway because it is the nature of football. But unfortunately, he's a martyr. So he's gonna sacrifice himself. We're gonna sacrifice him for the better of Newcastle. Even if instead of just saying the guy just couldn't handle it, the guy couldn't handle Champions League, the guy couldn't handle 2 games a week, the guy couldn't get it done. He just simply couldn't. He wasn't good enough. Therefore, he's sacked. You see what I'm saying? Funning around, BSing about.
Don't say what you're saying at all. I do not say what you're saying at all. I'm saying to Eddie, Eddie, thanks for what you've done. Thanks for the trophy, etc., etc., etc. You've plainly reached your level now.
There you go.
You've spent a lot of money. You haven't been able to cut the mustard, so we're going to have to part ways. Thank you very much. Go and get yourself a better job.
Call us now, folks. Call us now. We still got another 30 minutes or so of the show. Call us now. Have your say. 0191-916-8864. Have your say. We'll continue to go with these comments, though, that you're putting in. Did I hear a super chat coming in? Waza, yeah, I think it's just.
I'm just getting it.
Let's just say things haven't gone his way. End of. Says, Waza. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. And Gavin Fuller says, that second goal could have been in a comedy film. Yeah. Mills Beast, the first goal had a cross that wasn't defended at all before he came in. I wouldn't say it's Burns' fault. You know, so again, we keep doing this. Nobody's fault. It's everybody's fault. There's nobody. I'm confused. We got another phone call, ladies and gents. Hey, hello, how are you? What's your name?
It's Tony.
Tony, now who's
Tony T in the mystery tree? Is it?
It's Tony, who somebody would say he is a Scouser, but he's not claiming that. You're not claiming that, are you, Tony?
Want to be a Scouser? No, definitely not.
Definitely not. But good morning, mate. How are you? What's the weather over there? Where did you say you're from?
Warrington.
Warrington. That must not be Warren Dennings land. But Warrington. And what's the weather over there, mate?
It's just grey.
It's
grey and miserable.
Oh, miserable. Okay, gotcha. Well, you've been obviously active in the chat. You used to be Eddie Howe in wholeheartedly, defended Eddie Howe, even Byrne at times, and I still used to defend Byrne because you think that everybody blames everything on Byrne.
No, I don't defend Byrne. I just don't think he's the only reason we conceding goals. Just going, right. Well, Byrne should have done better there. Therefore, it's his fault. Like the cross came in because somebody let the cross in, but apparently he's immune to being criticised for some reason, just because everyone loves Hall, which is fine. But he does take some of the criticism for that goal.
Yeah. But where are you now, man?
I do think Ramsdale.
Yeah,
sorry,
go on. No. Where are you now? I mean, what do you think about it, with the situation?
I mean, it's not ideal, but like a lot of people have said, 7 points from 9 isn't awful. It's just because we would have got a point against Man City. Most people would have went, that's fine. It's the way we've done it. Obviously, the game everyone expected, yeah, that's the easy one. That's the one we're going to win. And we've gone in and sort of kind of, I wouldn't say bottled it because, I mean, again, I think a lot of people are looking at the wrong thing with why we're not winning games. We're not taking our chances. You can't have nearly 20 shots a game and have 2 goals. And one of them was a penalty, so 1 goal from open play.
Spot on, Tony. Spot on. I said if we'd finished our dinner in the first half, we would have been out of sight.
Well, I want to know the dinner, though.
This is where I will blame Howe. I personally, I don't know if you will agree with this, you might not, but I don't think we should be playing 3 midfielders who are pretty much all defensive-minded. We should have been playing a Ramsey or a Willock.
Well, Joe Linton gives you nothing, Tony.
No, that's what I'm saying. 2 defensive, 3 midfielders, and all 3 of them are 2 defensive.
So what can't...
Tonali is relatively defensive. Miley's pretty, like most people, I think it was the other day, Gary, and that's saying he's basically another option for Tonali, who has been playing a 6 or whatever number it is. So if you're playing 3 midfielders who all basically don't really want to go forward, so I think it was Gary who was saying in the thing yesterday, Barnes was playing really well, crossing it in, but there's no one in the box. And that's where you do need one of your midfielders. Because again, I don't know what what's his name, Murphy was doing when it's being crossed in the box, or one of the midfielders to run in and give another option. Who you putting that, and you can't put that on Byrne. I know some people in the chat and that would want to blame Byrne for the Titanic sinking, but unfortunately, I don't do that. I do think he makes mistakes.
Yeah. No,
I don't think it's all on him. Like it's like the last goal, though, the goal we conceded at the very end of the game. A lot of people are putting that on Burn, and maybe I'm just not seeing it the way everyone else is. But he's behind Chow, and I don't even blame Chow. I blame Ramsey, because Ramsey, everyone was criticising Pope for punching, and then Ramsey punches it basically directly up into this guy. It drops about 8 yards out for a wee poor shot, and if Ramsey would have punched that out of the box, then I would say then it is on the defenders. When you only punch it about 8 yards out, that's kind of on Ramsey for not doing the job properly. He got out-muscled a couple of times in the Everton game, but because we won, everyone went, oh no, Ramsey's brilliant. Look how confident he looks. And it's like, well, of course, it's easy to look confident when you're 3-0 up. But it's a lot less easy to look confident when you're under, not even that much pressure, but a little bit of pressure.
Well, we found out that it's not even a managerial decision. So, Pope will be back doing the same old.
But after yesterday, would you really be that devastated if Pope come back in? Because I wouldn't say Ramsey covered himself in glory.
But again, though, that's one game, though. If you consider that a mistake, I really don't. I
said this after the Everton game. I do want Ramsey to get a run of games. Prove either way if you're good enough or bad, not.
Exactly.
And I think especially, not the Burnley game, but especially against Sunderland, because we will be under pressure in the Sunderland game, and like against teams like Chelsea, then we'll see what Ramsey's about. I don't think a game where we basically battered Everton is a game to prove Ramsey, was it? And nor do I think one mistake against Spurs last night proves he's an awful keeper. I just don't think that a lot of the mistakes that people said Pope made were all his fault entirely either, like the one against West Ham. Do I think he could have caught the ball? Yes, I do think he could have caught the ball. But then do I look at the defence and go, why did no one close someone else took it down and passed it to Paqueta? There was a good 3 or 4 seconds where someone could have closed the person down, and they went, now we'll stand off. Go on, have a free shot, don't worry about it. And you can't put that on Pope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm not saying Pope shouldn't have done better, by the way, because he should have done better. I'm sounding a bit like Win.
Yeah,
you sound insensible, Tony.
I don't think Burn had a howler. I do think he was just turned. But this idea that Burn just went duh, and sort of walked off to the side, he didn't.
No, I don't even look at Burn, and to be honest, before even watching it,
do I think Burn should have done better? Definitely, he definitely should have done better, and he shouldn't allow his man to sort of get in front of him. But at the same time, that happens in football, and that's when I look at everyone else going, right, why did that cross get in, and so on and so forth. I also think that, I don't know what it is with Newcastle this season, we don't seem to have this problem before we score. We're eventually we run forward, and as soon as we score a goal, it's like, oh, we better not concede. Oh, we don't want to lose the game. It's like, why have all of a sudden have you started gone panic mode? And that seems to be a mentality thing, and I don't know if it's because of Eddie Howe or it's the players themselves. Because, like some you just said, this sort of not trusting the back line, sort of the keeper or whatever it is.
Mm. But so I think against Marseille, when we lost the game, I saw you in the chat saying that you were done. Are you maintaining that?
I'm still with Eddie Howe. You have to take some of the responsibility. A blind man can see it doesn't work for Burn to be at left back. He just hasn't got the pace, and that's what's doing him. It's not he hasn't got the nous. He does have the nous. He just hasn't got the pace to keep up with people, and he keeps getting done because of it. But obviously, I think the main thing is anyone could say. How would I say it?
But Tony,
I'm not Eddie out yet, and the Sunderland game isn't the one that's going to decide that. I don't want to sound like I'm just parroting Win, but I am. Sorry, Win. Come on.
I was just going to say, everybody I think in that granny thinks Lewis Hall is going to be England's left back for the foreseeable future, and certainly ours. Lewis Hall got skinned a couple of times yesterday. 4 times,
this is
in
what
fact.
I said, because I've watched that. I've watched
that
the
happens.
highlights. I don't have
I
don't have the luxury of being able to watch the games like you do. But when I've watched the highlights, I do think Hall did get done a few times on the highlights, and it's but I don't blame him, because that's going to happen. That's what happens all the time. They are against other professionals. These are people who just walked in off the street.
But the problem is, the problem with that is he's a left back. He's a wing back. So it's going to happen. He's a wing back. He's going to do Burn is not that. So,
but isn't that? But Burn was told to play as a wing back, and
he was criticised for being up the pitch.
He shouldn't have done that because he needs to know his limitations. And also, the more it went on,
you go against the manager.
But the more it went on, the more the criticism shifted to Eddie Howe, and not so much. Even the greatest bedwetters like Bokey or like Jefferson. Well, Jefferson maintains Burn criticism, but even Bokey was like, I'm not blaming Burn no more. I'm blaming Eddie Howe for it because Burn is not going to tell him I don't want to play. So but it's the same thing. I'm going to give you. It's the same thing as saying Burn is to play goalkeeper because every goalkeeper allows goals and makes mistakes. So Burn will make mistakes as well as a goalkeeper. It's a radical change. It shouldn't happen. Although every goalkeeper allows goals, you shouldn't put any player that's not a goalkeeper at goal.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
That's a radical argument. That is. That's a
ridiculous
argument.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's like the same thing. Again, if you put Lewis Hall as center back, says, well, all center backs get skinned and allow goals, so Hall will allow goals as well. It's the same thing. Because
if we draw, which hopefully we don't, against Burnley, are we in exactly the same position we were this time last year?
Exactly, man. Listen,
we're worse off
than last.
We were 5-5-5 last year.
Right now, not even
at the moment.
Not even counting Burnley, we're worse, man. We're knackered, man. We are worse. And let me tell you something, Tony. If we lose against Burnley, I mean, channel nuclear. You better believe that. I mean, it's not going. We're not going to see the light of day that day, man. I'm telling you, man. But again, because we're counting on those 3 points. I mean, we're counting on them. But
and what about against Sunderland? Will a draw suffice, or are you?
Oh, Sunderland.
Sorry, Tony, I beg your pardon. You're absolutely right. If we draw against Burnley, we'll be exactly where we were last season, 5-5-5.
5-5-5.
Yeah, but that's criminal because we got better.
Really, and I would say,
and still in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup.
Time last year.
But it's criminal.
We didn't have Europe last year.
And beat them. And so on. I think we played a slightly easier run of teams this year. You may disagree, but and it's not the best look. And unfortunately, people have already said that people like Alanga just don't seem to have set the world on fire at the moment.
No. I mean, you look at him and he's still just giving up. I don't know, man. Every time when he shoots, man, like it's like a kid doing it. Like he's so off. He's not even confident. He doesn't even connect with the ball right. It's so weird, man. He had a great game against Everton, though. To be fair, but I mean, good to what I guess we brought him to do. It would be a normal game, really, but he hasn't been lighting it up to say the least. So it's I think
do you think West is going to be the saving grace, or do you think
oh my God,
people just pinning the hopes on somebody and just hoping for the best?
People win think that he's the Messiah coming back, man. He's just a regular player. Wissa is not one of the great strikers in the world, so he came in to be a Wilson replacement, to be a backup to Isak. He came in, even Votamara, he was signed as the main striker, as a replacement to Isak. Therefore, Wissa was always going to be the backup. You can say they can play together. Wissa plays wing for his country. He can do wing work, no doubt about it. But this Messiah coming back, come on, man. We're putting too many eggs on the Wissa basket, and I'm afraid some of these people will fall real hard once they realize that Wissa is not the solution, because we score, Tony. We score. We give up the leads. We give up leads. That's our problem.
That's what I was saying before. We sort of, as soon as we score, we're not like this before we score. As soon as we score, we seem to sort of go, oh God, what if they score back? And then it's like the whole team becomes frightened of the idea of going forward, and that's when we seem to sort of basically, in fact, we did it against Marseille for the first 5 minutes. I mean, again, I'm only listening to Gary now because I don't have the luxury of being able to watch the game, but it sounded like we're amazing. And then people, for the next 10 minutes, all I'm hearing is, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man?" from Gary, which generally means bad things.
Do you like the Gary commentary, by the way?
Well, as the person has said the other day, compared to when it first started, it was I didn't really know what was going on. It's like, oh, bloody hell. Every time we can see it, like, well, I'm assuming they've just scored or whatever, but yeah.
Now we're getting better. We're getting better now.
Not the same as your be careful all the time, which I did enjoy.
Be careful. but
Too
no,
much
but no.
spaghetti sauce.
We're getting there, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got to be more descriptive to the people who are listening, as you say. Listening, and now that we're going on radio waves. People are just listening, so we got to be more descriptive.
Well, I think it's when you just, because a lot of the people obviously in the chat are watching the game, so they know exactly what Gary's talking about, but I am just using it as a commentary type thing.
Yeah, no, that's lovely, man. Appreciate that very much. So,
do you not have any, what telly have you got access to, Tony?
No, I've only got the internet. I'm not paying a TV license. They can...
No.
Well, but
so I've only literally got the internet. I don't know if you mean like a Prime or anything. I haven't got any Amazon Prime or anything.
You can't recommend dodgy stuff, Win. So Win is trying to take you to his mate to his Win is trying
obviously watching it on a dodgy box or something. I wouldn't know even how to start with that. I'm a bit too sort of straight laced.
Win is trying to get you in contact with his mate Pookie from Biker, man. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, man. But Tony, appreciate you calling, man. Lovely takes. Listen, you have great insight. Win is happy clapping for you. So that means, I don't know if you should be happy about that.
Hopefully I wasn't as nervous this time, Cole.
No, you're great, man. Great.
Great, mate. Great. Come on the channel. Let's see your face.
Great. We may need you to come and be a...
you don't want to see my face. There's nothing to look at.
Man, listen, we put Win's fans out there. Trust me.
Hey,
a lot of makeup.
Man.
We put a lot of makeup on him. He got a haircut now. He got a shave, and so there you go, mate. But Tony, appreciate you for calling, mate. Appreciate it, bud.
Okay, all right.
Take
See you
care.
later. Bye-bye.
See ya. That was Tony T there from. They say Warrington.
Warrington, or as what's I put in the super chat?
What? Was it say Warrington Dennington?
Warrington Dennington in the house. Puchaga.
There you go. Good call, Tony. Good call. Yeah, good call, Tony, says Steve Waldo.
Was I saying if you melt Pope and Ramsdale down, you get Trafford.
There you go. There you go, man. Don't forget to smash the like button, folks. Give us a call right now. You still got time, a lot of time, about 20 minutes left of the show here on NUFC Undisputed every day with Chris and the Mighty Win. Call us right now. Have your say. 0191-916-8864. Have your say about the current situation of Newcastle United. Whatever your opinion is, you can voice it here on NUFC Talk live every day. Don't forget, we're going to be live on YouTube again at 7:30 p.m. kickoff all the way until 11 p.m. with the early night show with Gary, Boki, and Win. And then the late night show with myself, Win, and Roy Caviani, and to have our say and to react to the latest news of Newcastle United. So, where do we go from here? Adivina, as the Twins would say. I don't know what the solution is, Win. So I'm knackered. But let's see what Bruno Guimaraes had to say last night.
We miss another win, conceding the end of the game again. For me, it's everything about mentality. We have to defend in our box. It's a corner, just missing 4 minutes to finish the game. We have to defend like our lives depend on it, including myself. We cannot score a bicycle so free. The ball always bouncing in our box and no one take it away. So I'm very unhappy tonight. I think we miss the opportunity. We have to have this passion, that ambition to win the game. I was missing just 4 minutes, and for me it's unacceptable, but we have to stick together. I have another game home on Saturday that we have to play well and win the game.
It seemed very angry, understandably. Is that a feeling that is shared by all the team there at the end?
Yeah, of course. The feeling changing room is like we lost someone in our family, everyone is unhappy. Like I said, it's about mentality. We have to defend better. To be honest, and even more in the end of the game. We missed 2 points. We know how much would be amazing to get 2 points tonight, and like I said, once again, we conceded in the last minute of the game, and I'm very happy.
Does it feel particularly cruel given that you dominated large spells of that game, particularly in the first half? You had plenty of chances.
Yeah, I think so. I have to watch the game again, but I think we were not in our best. Even that we were not in our best, we have the best chance in the game. But I think everything is about the end of the game, is a mentality. We were winning 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, and we cannot concede in the way we concede. Really, I'm very disappointed.
How do you kind of recover from this? The sort of feeling of having a setback at the end. How do you kind of move on from this quickly?
We have to. So we know how much the Premier League is tough. We're gonna be sad today and tomorrow, but after we have to change our mindset, think about Burnley, because we have to win on Saturday. We have ambition to get in the top 4 again, so we cannot lose, especially even more when we play at home. But yeah, we have to turn things around. But today we leave here very happy.
Given the way the game ended there, is it quite good for you and the rest of the players that you've got another game coming up so soon after this and a chance at home to kind of make things right?
Yeah, of course. We always have to be positive. We know how much, like I said, Premier League stuff. So we have to stop to think about Tottenham now and start to focus on Burnley. Gonna be a tough game. So yeah, we have to. I'm happy because we have a game. Like you said, we have to change things around very soon. But the feeling today is tough, so I have to stick together.
Is it one of those games where
that was Bruno? Give my eyes there, man. He's knackered, man. Did you hear the pain in his voice? He was knackered. We got a new call here, ladies and gents. How are you, mate? What's your name? We know your name. It's
Mick, Chris.
Mick, as we know, Mick in the hoose, man. Mick, mate.
In the hoose.
Wanaka. You're in Scotland, right? Did you say you're in Scotland?
It's St Andrews, Chris. Yes.
Yeah, St Andrews. And we'll be going to Scotland. So we'll be going to Scotland. We're going to eat some haggis, whatever it's called. And we know we'll be in some of that. But
I'll come across and see you in Edinburgh.
There you go, man. Take a sightseeing, man. We want to see the best places. My wife wants to see the best places in Edinburgh. So some sightseeing, some old buildings.
I'll take you to some nice places in Edinburgh when you're coming across.
There you go, man. Mick, we're knocking, aren't we? I mean, it's
Well, you know what, Chris? It's frustrating. It's the same old, You go goal up, you lose a goal. You go 2 goals up, you lose another goal. And I'm like, what's going wrong? I don't know. The players there, but I really honestly struggling to come up with an answer because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Like, it's so frustrating, really.
Yeah. I mean, but everything leads to. We're knackered, is it? Listen,
we are knackered.
Everything leads, though, Mick, to one particular person, and I just I don't want to say it, man, but because Win keeps on going about players make mistakes, but that ain't gonna fly, man. That's not gonna fly when I just again, like you, I don't know what the solution is. Win happy clapping is never a solution.
I don't, Chris. I really don't. No. It's frustrating more than anything else,
Because
result is in the performance. We were there, but it's the same old scenario. We're scoring. We only had 2 shots on target and scored both of them.
Yeah. That's the scariest part about it. You're talking about us. We had Win was whinging and happy clapping that we had he said 19, but we actually had 17 shots in this game, and how we didn't finish our dinner. But we have 5 on target. 5 on target. So what's the percentage there? As you said,
I know.
I know. Tottenham had 2, and they 2 were goals.
I know. Yeah, exactly. They had 2 shots on target, and 2 of them were goals. So, what's the happy clap of Wayne saying about it?
And we had 19.
He's been quiet.
And we only got 2 goals. I'm saying we cannot finish our dinner. That's what I've been saying. That's what I said. That was my first comment when I came on after the match.
Yeah.
If we were conceding 2 goals and scoring 5, it wouldn't be. I'm saying if we were conceding 2 goals and scoring 5 like we did with Keegan, it wouldn't be a problem. But we're not converting our chances.
But
I know.
And Wissa will sort that out, I believe.
That's clearly not sustainable.
Well, you know, I mean, listen, Wizza scored a lot of goals, well, more goals than Isaac the Rat last year. I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping that he is going to, you know, set with a light a little bit and go with that little bit of, like, oomph, you know, playing. And I hope it does. And me personally, I don't know about you. I don't think he'll start, but I think he could be on the bench on Saturday.
Who was that?
What's your thought?
Wizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree. Because if you listen to Keith Downey's... Keith Downey's got a post out where he's been talking to some of the players, and they're saying that Wissa is quote-unquote frightening in training. So I think now that Congo have said he's not going to AFCON, I think there's a good chance he'll be playing on Saturday.
Go.
Fingers crossed.
Good. Well, listen, Chris Wayne. I'm just waiting in my truck here to get a load of barley to take back to the distillery. So
lovely, man.
And what you leave behind will go in the haggis.
No. Hold on, man. We can't get me sick. Mick, appreciate it. You're breaking up there for a second, man. Maybe connection is bad, but call us again, man. Call us again. Thank you for calling us, mate. Appreciate you very much. Always Mick Bainley in St. Andrews.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Catch you later, sir.
Bye-bye.
See you later, man. Listen, he's like me, man. I don't know what the solution is. I'm not good. I got it, man. I'm not good. By the way, Tony, thank you for the super chat. Says great show. Thanks for not shooting me down, man. You did great. And listen, I'm not
fantastic.
like Win. I'm not fake like Win, man. I don't lie to people. I wouldn't tell you if you were rubbish, probably, but I would just not say anything. But I think you're brilliant, man. I think you're brilliant. Great takes. So take my take as honesty. You did great. So thank you very much for coming on and putting up good comments. Folks, hit the like button, man. We got 34 likes out of 2-hour show, man. And it's Howie, man. What's going on here? Hit the like button, everybody. Howie, support the channel. As Niall Powell is saying there. Wizard come in and we lose Walter attributes. Yeah, I think that would be criminal anyway.
I think Wizard takes advantage of Walter's attributes.
Yeah, but they have to play with each other. The thing is, when you keep on going on, man, about this playing together, man, Eddie Howe is not going to do that, man.
Well, we shall see.
But he's never done it. Milby's, wish I could call. How do I do it from Australia? Well, there are various ways that you can do that as far as with online service like Skype or Google Voice, stuff like that. You can do it like that. You want to call in and have your say like that. You can certainly do that. Just as if you were calling somebody overseas in another country, family member or whatever, you can do that. A couple of apps that you can do it with is Skype and Google Voice. So that's one way of doing it. So call us right now. Have your say. 0191-916-8864. And we got another phone caller here. It looks like from the UK. How are you, friend? What's your name?
Hello, Smart Will.
It's Marco. Marco in the house. Lad. How are you? Hey, man, yesterday I asked you a question, man. You didn't answer, man. And I'm thinking you just didn't want to answer it. You want to answer it now?
Hello.
Hello, do you hear me?
What was it? What was the question you asked Marco?
Marco, I asked you a question, Marco, and you dodged my question, man. I felt.
Just came on. I didn't hear you.
No, yesterday though. I asked you a question yesterday.
Oh, sorry. No, I think your phone might have went dodgy.
I think you dodged my question, man. I'm kind of offended by it. But I asked you. I asked you I'm going to the Toon in January, so you want to hang out with me, and you hung up. So.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm playing with you, man. Relax. No worries. We're going. So we continue to be knackered today after a day. What do you want to say, man? What do you think of this whole situation? After a day's gone, you slept on it. You woke up a happy clapper.
I'm gonna criticize Burn.
Oh, here we go. There you go.
I've watched the highlights all the way back for like most of our losses away, and it comes back to Burn. Now, yeah, every like mistake, it's Burn. He's getting worse. Every game now, is it fatigue? Because it seems to happen, like at a certain time, like in the second half, where he makes these bad mistakes, stupid mistakes. It's roughly about the 17-minute mark. So it could be, what do you reckon, fatigue? Could it be?
It's funny you should say that, Mark, because that could be a valid point. Because, like I say,
he plays all the time.
Came in yesterday. For me, the man of the match up to 60 minutes. The man of the match was a toss up between Byrne, Joe Linton, and Miley. And then around about that time, they both started for the first time in the match giving the ball away. And that's it, that's a valid point.
Burns 6'7" in cycling and boxing, they didn't last very long, do they? Really, the bigger yaw, and I do think it's a bit of fatigue. So is that not on how change it over?
It absolutely is.
So? Game management.
But the point is,
he's tremendous. I think Burn, like about the 60, 70-minute mark, he's good. We need him for head on the ball. Now when the long balls are coming in and things like that, but it just seems to make these mistakes at that time. So I think it is definitely fatigue. He's knackered.
But the thing is, though, that shouldn't even be a problem as far as centre backs is concerned. Because
no, it shouldn't be. But he's 30-odd years old, isn't he?
No, I'm saying it shouldn't be a concern as far as because we got too many centre backs. So if he's knackered, then play the other one. It's. Are you saying that Eddie won't do it?
So maybe the change that was required yesterday was putting Cher on and taking Burn off.
But he didn't.
Exactly.
As opposed to just sticking the extra defender in the back, because it was one of the other commentators made the point that all of a sudden when they go five, we've done poorly all season with five at the back, and is that because when they go to five at the back, they don't know their roles. When they're playing four at the back, they all know their roles exactly. When they go five, all of a sudden, they're in two minds. And again, if that is the case, then that's a coaching thing, and that's got the finger's got to be pointed at Eddie. If he hasn't got them training ever to play with five at the back, and then he suddenly makes it five at the back when they've never, played that way before, then that's a coaching decision. But I can't believe
I can remember Bournemouth fans. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
No, go.
I can remember Bournemouth fans warning Newcastle lad his favouritism and all that. Eddie Howe. And he seems hasn't changed that bit from his Bournemouth days.
Well, all I say is favouritism. If his favouritism results in what we've had while he's been here, I'm all for
it. Man, the same old sayings all the time, man. It's so exhausting, man. It's not working, man. It's not working. It's not working.
Well, as Tony said, if we get a draw against Burnley, we're in the identical situation that we were last season. 5-5 just before Christmas.
And
we went on to win a cup and qualify for the Champions League. That's what the and is.
Barely.
5-5 is not an absolute disaster.
This is unbelievable. This is what we're teaching to the kids, Marco. You know what? Just do rubbish. Rubbish all year.
The kids aren't learning.
We're teaching the kids, do rubbish all year, and at the end, just funny on cheat and just qualify. You pass the exam. Look, peek at your mate next to you, and you'll be all right, man. Don't worry. As long as you pass, we don't care. That's what we're teaching to the kids, Marco. Oh, wait, man.
We're going to have problems in the summer transfer window because a lot of our players, especially in defence, are hitting our league in our 30s and around there.
Oh.
Well, Sharon Bruno.
Have some.
And a lot won't want to stay because of this standards that some fans have.
You've got Crafton trips at right back, so yeah, we definitely need a backup centre back if you like, and a couple of full back covers is the main thing.
Yeah, no progression at all.
Did you watch the little documentary with Bruno a couple of weeks ago? Bruno and his father and his family life sort of thing. It was on a few weeks ago. Little documentary. And he was saying that he takes it hard, like a loss. And you seen it there in his little interview, didn't you? He wasn't very happy, like.
No, in that interview that we were playing, yeah, exactly.
By the way, it wasn't a loss.
It wasn't a loss,
but it wasn't a loss.
That was a loss.
Yeah, but again, he's going on that. I swear, man, all he does is talk about this game. All season, the whole season, we've been like this, man. It's not about one game. The whole season, we've been absolutely rubbish to the point where Bruno Guimaraes, one of the biggest happy clappers in the Toon, when he just raises his arms up and people fall in love and people buy into that, he's saying it's like a death in the family. That's the analogy that he used for yesterday's game. And this Wanga, mighty win, wants to say that everything is honky-dory, man. Way the lasses, bands, and twats, man. I mean, it's unbelievable.
You're rubbish and the knacker. There, I feel better.
There you go, Waza. Marco, we got to go, but we'll be back later on tonight, man. Appreciate you for calling us, man. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Lovely takes of you. Yeah, and we gotta stick together against the cult, man. Gotta stick together, man. See you later. Appreciate it.
We're slow starters. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Anyway, there you go, Waz. I appreciate you very much indeed. Listen, we're gonna be back later on the night at 7:30 p.m. UK early night show with Gary, Win, and Boki, and then after that 9:30 kickoff is the late night show with me. Unfortunately, Win. And oh no, you're gonna be you got
St.
something.
James's Park.
So but you show up late. He'll show up late. He dramatizes all the time about I won't make it because the meanest ends at 7:30. He'll be at home by 7:40, 7:50. So he'll be on tonight. Don't worry. And late night show with me, him, and I wish that meeting was at 9:30. But anyway, Win and Roy. And Roy. So we'll see you tonight. We'll see if Win wants to face the music. He keeps on going, finding around about many stuff. Thank you to all the super chatters. Warren there, Tony, I believe. All of you really out there. Quickly, we got some comments. We got 1 minute to go. Stephen Howe, on that argument, no manager would ever get sacked, as you'd say it's not manager's fault, but the players have made errors. The fact is, yesterday we reverted to the type sit back with a lead. Listening to this, he says, stream in disbelief when Eddie can't stop players making individual errors. Every player makes errors. What you blame the manager for his results. There you go.
Correct.
Jordy JJ, I'm not surprised St. James' atmosphere was a bit subdued yesterday. Are you surprised? Well,
I was quite surprised because I thought, especially with it being the later kickoff, but that was an extra pint down the neck. So
yeah,
I thought it would have been a bit more vocal than it was.
listen, atmosphere is great. It helps, but it's never an excuse for players not to play good. So it's never an excuse because Man City ain't got no atmosphere. They want everything possible to win. So listen, you gotta. Of course, atmosphere is gonna be that, but I'm never gonna criticize fans for sitting up. It's whatever, man. It's whatever. They also gotta have something to cheer. So they certainly didn't have that yesterday. But anyway, folks, we'll see you tonight, 7:30 p.m. kickoff on YouTube. And you can continue to listen, though, on NUFC Talk Radio. Listen to GPSN Newcastle as well. We got a new show there, a short show, a daily recap, and they'll be reacting to this game as well. So listen live at NUFCTalkRadio.com or join us back at 7:30 p.m. kickoff here on YouTube. See you later, folks. Highway the lad.